from that airport again. We're going to send $60 million over there to drop on them, and it's going to set them. It's going to set that airport back to the Stone Age, man. And they're never going to. They're going to think twice about it now, because America's getting tough. Not like that weakling Obama who did nothing. We're going to turn around and all of a sudden he realized Assad is a bad guy, not an okay guy. Even though the Russians support him, we're bombing. And he came out with a statement saying, I saw the little babies and none of God's children should be treated like that, and we just can't let that happen. So I saw the pictures on TV and I had to do something. So I ordered the bombing. Did it really touch him? Was that really the reason? And did it really do anything? Well, folks, the fact is we spent $60 million dropping cruise missiles over there. And practically the next day, it was reported and it was seen, planes taken off from that airport, jets taking off from that very airport, almost the next day. So we didn't obliterate that airport. It's reported that a few of their planes were destroyed. We say 20. Syria says only 10. Maybe some people got killed there, some army guys there in Syria. We don't know for sure because, hey, Trump called up Putin and said, hey, we're going to bomb this airport over there, this military base over there in Syria. If you got any of your Russian guys there, get them out because we're going to be bombing in an hour. So that gave Putin warning. He got on the phone and called Assad, said, hey, you know what? Move some of your planes out, some of your guys out. That America's going to bomb that airport. Was this? What was the real purpose? Well, we wanted to send a signal, Jeff. We didn't want to kill people per se, and we didn't want to totally destroy the airport. We thought maybe the chemical weapons were being held there. We wanted to destroy some of the ammo dumps there that might have held the chemical weapons. We don't know for sure. But, well, the next day, bombing raids were happening again. And in fact, this weekend, a few days after we bombed that airport, jets were taken off from that airport. And they were bombing the same city that they were bombing before. Not with chemical weapons, but with conventional bombs, these barrel bombs. Sends out shrapnel to kill you. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we're not going to get too upset about that. You killed the little babies with shrapnel. But just not that poison gas, not that chemical weapon. That really bothers us for some reason. We don't like the visual on it. But you want to use regular bombs and blow innocent people up, that's okay. We're not going to do anything about that. We spent $60 million. And we had these beautiful pictures of missiles going off in the night, as Brian Williams described on MSNBC. And wow, it looked so great and so impressive. And Donald Trump got out and beat his chest. Oh, look how tough I am. They got a message. Well, they didn't. They sent out bombing raids from the very same airport. Totally ineffective, I'm saying. Totally ineffective. It was all for show. It wasn't even to injure anybody or take anybody out because we called up Putin, warned them an hour ahead, and he called up Assad in Syria and warned them. What was it, folks? That $60 million you and I have to pay for. Gee, Jeff, don't you care about the people who got poisoned? Yeah. But do something effective if you're going to do something. And do we really know Assad poisoned them? Did he drop conventional bombs or did he drop bombs with poison gas? We know he dropped bombs on that city. And I don't think conventional bombs are really that much better, do you? Kills people just the same. Now, the Russians claim, and this is what they claim, that they were aiming for some weapons depots in that city that the rebels who are fighting the government had. And it's possible that they did hit those weapon depots, and it's possible that there were chemical weapons in those weapon depots held by the rebels who are fighting the government. And when they hit that, they blew that up. It allowed the chemical weapons to be exposed into the city. And that's how the people got poisoned. That's a possibility. That sounds very feasible, doesn't it? That does sound a possibility. Ron Paul, former congressman, came out this week and said, there's no way. There's no way Assad did this. Why would he do this? They seem to be winning the war. With the help of the Russians, they seem to be winning the war. Things seem to be calming down over there. He was getting a handle on it. Why would he want to incur wrath, the United States and many other countries around the world, by using chemical weapons on his own people? He knew what that would do. So there's a strong possibility, folks, that Trump jumped the gun, itchy trigger finger, and wanted to show some decisive action, and possibly we should have taken more time to look into this to find out, well, who actually, we know they bombed the city, but did they use chemical weapons? Did they hit a stash of rebel chemical weapons? But we didn't know for sure. And they still don't. And then he turns around, does this thing to just look like a tough guy and to distract the media. That's the other shoe to drop here, folks. That's the other thing he did. Was this the real reason he did it? Not just to look like humanitarian and he really cares about those poor babies, but to distract the media, because it was going hot and heavy about Russia and Trump and collusion this past election. And we're going to get into this in the second part of the show. There is news that broke before the bombs start falling and dominated the news, but he did distract with this in a big way. He tried to distract with many different things, and it didn't work. Didn't derail the story, didn't derail the investigations. But all of a sudden, when you go to war, when you take stiff military action towards another country, everybody forgets everything else. It's gone from the media. And wall to wall, they're just talking about Syria and bombing and poison gas. And what's next? What's next? What's Russia going to do in response? We know Russia condemned it.